Two and a Half Men was a great television show for about 8 seasons. And Charlie Sheen was the star, and he was a skillful musician that owned a Malibu beach home. He was single with no children, living an awesome bachelor life. He dated all types of women and had sex with them whenever he wanted. He lived a good carefree life. And guess what? They got him off of television because they didn't want that message being sent out to the world that you can be young, successful, stay single, don't have any children, and have all the free willing sex that you want with these dragons, because that's what they respond to, a man doing his own thing. They're even willing to share him just to have a piece of him rather than be with a beta boy. But these ladies, they didn't want you to see that image. These gay boys, they couldn't take it, and they forced them off the airways. And this is the last time that you will see a man portrayed in this light on television ever again, because the feminists and the gays have changed that forever. You are never allowed to show public dominance of your masculine sexuality. You are never again to be able to dominate a female in public. She is never again to submit to you in public. They do not want these visual clues sent out to men because it is part of their plan and in their agenda to weaken and pacify you from the day you're born so that they can take over as leader of your home and tell you what to do, when to do, how to do it, all at the same time you are providing the income needed to fund that lifestyle. You will forever be a slave to a female if you don't stand up, if you don't say no, and if you don't fight back. This is a man's world. If you do the right things and acquire a skill, put yourself in a bright light, health-wise, make yourself fit and attractive, get your finances together, stay single, because that is the key to it all. You can never marry any of those dragons because that right there is the game changer. The laws will automatically have you tied down. They will have a chain around your neck and you will just be a slave to them. And you stay childless for as long as you can until you can vet one of them to a level of some sort of security or at least financial stability where you could withstand a major hit if they try to divorce rape you or if they try to just destroy you by taking your children and they want all types of alimony and child support. You have a fighting chance at life. So just remember, you want to be like this man right here. You want to be winning like he is. That was his statement. I'm winning, you bees. That's what he said. And they hated him for it. And this is your first Me Too man right here. He showed his power. And they got him. You have to stand tall, stand strong in the face of this hate. That's what's going to show that you are a real man, which what they will respect in the end. But the minute you bow your head because you can't take the ridicule, you can't take the guilt tripping and the shaming that they will throw at you, and it will come from all of them. The dragons, the femmes, the lady boys, the gays, That's their whole entire arsenal. Guilt and shame you. That's so petty and so weak. If you can't stand up to that, then you really not a man. That's something you need to do in order to live the best life that you can and be the best person that you can be. That's the only way to be a strong man, is to just refute anything that they say or that they do. Or you can turn out to be like his brother on this TV show, a weak, passive wimp who doesn't have his own place, doesn't have a steady stream of income, does not know how to handle these females, is struggling to raise a boy into a man. That's why he needed his brother Charlie. Because his brother Charlie is showing you how to do it, how to win at life. You got to be the one. You got to make everything about yourself. When it comes to them, they're trash. They're just there for you and your pleasure, and you have to view them that way. They are not to be put on no pedestals. He doesn't do that. They are a piece of meat. He slays them, and he sends them on their way. When he wants to have a drink, he drinks. When he wants to have a smoke, he smokes. When he wants to stay in and watch television, he does that as well. He does what he wants to do when he wants to do it, because it is his home, his skill, his financial situation is set, and so therefore the world is about him, not about some female. That's what they'll have you believe. It has to be about them. No. You make a female get up, go out, and work. Develop a skill. You make her create something. You make her build something. You make her the driving force behind something. That's the one that you vetted. That's the one that you groomed. That's the one that you deal with. Then you can make that your partner. But you never, ever see one of them as your equal or your superior. They are always to be beneath you. They're to serve you because you are the trophy, because you set yourself up financially, physically, with your health, and now with your mind. You are now that primal man. You have your own. You are in good health. Your finances are together. You're not beholden to anyone. Or you can fall back, like I say, and be like the brother, where you have ex-wives that rape you for alimony and child support, who dump children on you when they don't want them, and then they take them from you and hold them like hostages against you for more and more of your finances or your resources or your assets, where they sleep around with your best friends, where they even attempt to sleep with your own family members, where they just cockhold you and make you just into a chump boy, where you get no respect from none of them at any time. The decision is yours. It's right there in front of you. You can be like Charlie Sheen, or you can be like his brother Alan. But you out here drinking, smoking, doing drugs, kissing up to them. You don't have your finances together or anything. You are doomed to be like the brother, weak and beholden to one of them, always in drama, always something going on, never respected, never living the best life that you can live. And you clearly see the difference. This man is the best version of himself. When that show ended, they had to give him $85 million just to go away. That's how much strength and pull he had. That's right, $85 million. You see what the other guy's doing? He's still on the show, playing the same simp beta boy. And now they done brought Ashton Kutcher in to play the super rich but apologetic guy that is very sorry for every time a woman wants to sleep with him because he's so rich and so good looking. See, they're never going to have an alpha male on television again. This is the last one. The Ashton Kutcher is playing the same beta punk. They just giving him the leeway and role to have a little intercourse with women, but not alpha-wise. He's still beta because he has all this money and they just suddenly just like him, and he's so passive and he just happens to fall in bed with these women. They don't want you to see a man taking the sex. They want you to see a woman giving him the sex. That's how they control you. She is supposed to give it to you when she wants, but you're never supposed to be able to take the sex. And you take the sex by being strong, by being confident, by having all your life together. Health, wealth, finances, your own property, everything. That's how you take the sex. They can't wait to jump in and out your bed. They can't wait to cook for you, to clean for you, to bring you gifts, to try to do whatever they can to lock you down. But as you see, he stayed true to himself, and he made it true to himself in the character. There will be no marriages, although they flirted around with it all the time, because that's the bait to these females. Can I marry a man like this? And the answer is no. A man like that doesn't want a dragon. He just slays them. Now get up, go out, and become the best version of yourself. Start with your health. Get fit. Go to the doctor. Make sure that you're right. Stop complaining about being poor and broke. Find a hustle. Get a part-time job. Start a business. Do something. Increase your wealth. Now your status has just jumped just on those two things alone. Now you get your property together. Then you learn to vet these females. You can't just go for the same old Trick Tracy around the corner. You move up, you move forward. These females need to have skills to be with you. Real skills. You make them bring serious things to the table. You cannot just get yourself together and then start wallowing around with prostitutes, strippers, lap dancers, pole dancers, whatever you want to call them. These little tricks that are online, you giving them money just on these fans-only accounts and all this other crap. That's not being a man. You're being a simp beta. Every time you reach in your pocket, every time you do this nonsense, chasing behind them, you never chase a woman. You go up to them, you give them one opportunity to be with a high quality, high character, high value man. If they don't recognize it, if they can't see it, you tell them to kick rocks and you keep going. And you don't settle for less than what you know you're worth and what you know you deserve. What do you think they're doing? They get with you, they burn out your few finances that you have, and then they dump you and they move on to the next guy with more. Or with the same, and then they take all that he has. And now she don't took what you have, she don't took what 4 or 5 other of you have, she put it together, and now look at her. She's got a nice place, she's got a nice car, it's all fixed up, she's got money in the bank, she's buying all these expensive clothes and all these other things. She's burning you guys out. And it's all because you don't see them as they are. They're trash.